conniving morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, you can keep your conniving morning. When you've been a corrupt in a bill, tell me morning. Now because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full in a bill, tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Yes, morning, neighbor. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, I don't want you conniving morning. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. Neighbor, neighbor, joker. That's all the money that me walk for. A 2 pound note and a kill that piece. A 2 pound note and a kill that piece. A 2 pound note and a kill that piece. This is all the money that me walk for. I said money, neighbor, money, neighbor, money, money, neighbor, money, money. I don't want you conniving money. Oh, Joseph.
Guyana and Guyanese, at home and abroad. Tune in to Guyanese Morning Time, hosted by Kadaki Amsterdam, where the sun always shines. Guyanese Morning Time, the people call it Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people call it Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again. We rise up early morning watching Tom's TV, where wisdom and knowledge, yes, it is the key. Exposing corruptions over land and sea, where the wicked politicians they try to trick me. Guyana is a land for everybody. With 6 races should live in harmony. Is one set of people getting aisle money. Is one set of people doing the thievery. Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again. This is a program that you all can see, sharing your views and your integrity. Like it, comment and share it all around. Pass it to your neighbor, safe and sound. A sad situation going on in this town. The voice of the people is getting trampled down. Out of the mouths of babes and sucklings, which has ordained it me to sing. I sing Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, fooling the people. You're promoting evil. Stop lying to the people. You are a part of the cycle. Stop fooling people. You're promoting evil. Stop lying to the people. You are a part of the cycle. I say Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese Morning Time. The people calling Guyanese Morning Time. Rhythm, Guyanese Morning Time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, they got Breakford, Bork and Mark Benchcop. David Hines and Kadaki Amsterdam. Sherrod Duncan, Nigel London. Normal Brown and Gavin Matthews. Big up Paslow, poor people governor. Simona Brooms, Robin Simpson. Hampton Green and Winston Jordan. And yes, we can go right on and on. Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again, Guyanese morning time. The people calling Guyanese morning time. Rhythm, rhythm, Guyanese morning time. Intelligence and knowledge run the front line. We go again.
The relatives and friends of young Wyndham Bacchus, they deserve justice. The family, the relatives and friends of our in Boston, they deserve justice. The family, the relatives and friends of Peter Headley, they deserve justice.
And so when we say that Guyana is an apartheid state, we have the evidence to show.
All right, so today we are here at Club Twilight up in Buxton, and we are here to talk about all that's going on up here. Trust me, if you are on the East Coast, you're in Buxton, you're in town, you're looking for a place to get away to, this is the place. The Cutters, mwah. Listen, I'll be having some just now again. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, the ambience is beautiful, fully air conditioned. The decor is on point. The music's on point. Everything's on point. It's just me. I need some work. But everything else that belongs to this club here is on point. So if you want to find a nice little place where you can just drive out of town and have some drinks, have some food, you can call, you can order your stuff and just take it. You don't have to stay. Or if you want to stay here, that's what's up. And of course, they have special events for Valentine's. You can rent a hall. You can rent a hall, honey. You can rent a hall for weddings, for birthday parties, to have a bash. I hope he edits that out. But you know, whatever it is, this is definitely the place to be. So it's on Sideline Dam. You definitely want to ensure that you check this place out. But it's on your to-do list. All right, on your to-do list. This is definitely the place to check out, you know, a really cool, chill spot here in Buxton. I like this. This is, Buxton needed this. We needed this. I needed this. You definitely needed too. Thank you. All right, so you might be wondering where we are, still in Buxton at Club Twilight. That's where we are. So Club Twilight also has like an Airbnb as well. So you could come, drink, drunk, and come in the back here and lie down. Look at that. Look at that. Perfection. And the people come in the room and so on. The bed sheet matching the blind, matching the carpet, matching the this, matching the that. We know but we things in Buxton don't play with we. So definitely if you want to come and, you know, you may be having a wedding or whatever and you just want to overnight and just have a good time because you're going to be drunk. We got too much road accidents. So you definitely want to come, drink, have a good time. They have several rooms that you can rent. You have your toilet, you have your bath, you have your sink, you have your dining area. You have the bed. This is nice. I like it. Anyways, to my friends and my family, if you're looking for me, I'll be overnighting. Also for those persons who are traveling in from overseas, you want a nice, cozy place out of town, then Club Twilight, call them up, look them up on social media. They have their own Facebook page, and ensure that you come up the side and have a good time. Have a good time. Have a good time. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's it.
Oh,
is going, overcoming fear and counting out the glory, sun and stone. The storm goes dark and glory, through face lightning, flash and flame, on the Republic of Guyana, glorify Guyana's name. Forward, forward, youthful nation, ride with heart, the husband's might. May his strength forever grant to the strife and seeking me for right. From Guyana's face comes summit, to white surface streets they train. Build thy people, dear Guyana, strong, united, loyal, free. My Guyana, my Guyana, my Guyana. My Guyana, Eldorado, rest of all the world away. In my heart wherever I wander, memory enshrined thee. All my hopes and aspirations, all my longings, only tie. Everlasting bonds around us, as the fleeting years roll by. My Guyana, Eldorado, my Guyana, times unfolding and for my destiny, to redeeming lasting splendor, for years and lost to thee. And the dawning of thy glory, o'er the long, long night is past. Oh, arise, triumphant, glorious, from the ashes of the past. Oh, arise, triumphant, glorious, from the ashes of the past. Guyana, oh my lovely native land, more dear to me than all the world I see washed on his strand. Pour down upon the borders, turning out upon the deep, the great Atlantic flowed into a fury. For a sleep at morn, at noon, or entering the crimson sunset's glow. I love thee, I love thee, I love thee. Oh, oh, beautiful Guyana, oh, my lovely native land, more dear to me than all the world I see washed on this ground. Pour down upon the borders, push out upon the deep, the great Atlantic flowed into a fury, flowed into a fury. Asleep at morn, at noon, or entering the crimson sunset's glow. I love thee, I love thee, I love thee, I love Guyana, I want to serve my country. Guyana, beautiful, happy and free. Guyana.
Hello, darling. I see. You're not coming home tonight. Well, what am I supposed to say? Yes, I know the reason. Goodbye. Don't tell me stories. You know that I love you. And when you lie to me, I hear it in your voice. Do you remember the times we shared together? Don't let it be over. Don't hurt me again. You are my love. You're all I've got. My all, my everything. We cannot be apart when you are gone and I'm alone. I wonder what went wrong with our love. I can't forget all the love we shared together. Don't tell me stories. You know that I love you. And when you lie to me, I hear it in your voice. Do you remember the times we shared together? Don't let it be over. Don't hurt me again. Maybe it's not right to call you now, but I can't stand it anymore. I want to tell you so many things. Please, please pick up the phone. When you are gone and I'm alone, I wonder what went wrong with our love. I can't forget all the love we shared together. Don't tell me stories. You know that I love you. Don't let it be over. Don't hurt me again. Don't let it be over. Don't hurt me again. Like the stars that shine above in a warm and wind-tossed love, just like tears that fall forever. Like the raven and the dove, looking for a perfect love after rainy, stormy weather. I am yours and you are mine, till the stars fall from my eyes. There will always be you. A ship sailing without end, a lost, tired, worn-down friend in a broken, run-down shoe. I keep running back for more. At least I thought I would for sure. But I gave up, I broke, it's true. Still there will always be you. tired, run-down friends, and broken, worn-out you. I keep running back for more. At least you thought I would for sure. But I gave up, I broke, it's true. Still there will always be you. I am yours and you are mine. Till the stars fall from my eyes, there will always be you. I will never go away. If you wanted me to stay, well, in a million years it wouldn't go. 'Cause I love you so, yes I do. I love you so, I could never leave you. I love you, won't go away, can't go away. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. Oh, and who is the one you're clinging to instead of me tonight? And where are you now? Now that I need you, tears on my pillow. Wherever you go, I cry me a river that leads to your ocean. You never see me fall apart. In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotion that's taking me over. Tied up in sorrow, lost in my soul. But if you don't come back, come home to me, darling. Know that there'll be nobody left in this world to hold me tight. Nobody left in this world to kiss goodnight. 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 I'm there at your side, part of all the things you are. But you got a part of someone else. You go to find your shining star. And where are you now? Now that I need you, tears on my pillow. Wherever you go, I cry me a river that leads to your ocean. You never see me fall apart. In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotion that's taking me over. Tied up in sorrow, lost in my soul. But if you don't come back, come home to me, darling. Know that there'll be nobody left in this world to hold me tight. Nobody left in this world to kiss goodnight. Goodnight. And where are you now? Now that I need you, tears on my pillow. Wherever you go, I cry me a river that leads to your ocean. You never see me fall apart. In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotion that's taking me over. Tied up in sorrow, lost in my soul. But if you don't come back, come home to me, darling. Know that there'll be nobody left in this world to hold me tight. Nobody left in this world to kiss goodnight. In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotion that's taking me over. Tied up in sorrow,
Hey, morning, welcome to another program of Guyanese Morning Time. It's the 10th day of the 11th month. Yeah, it's the 10th of November in the year 2025. Yeah, at 20 minutes to the clock hour. How you been? How was it yesterday? How was it last night? How was your weekend? What did you do over the weekend? Y'all talk to me. What were you able to achieve over the weekend? Nice. What were you able to achieve over the weekend? Are you any closer to those goals that you set, long term, short term, medium term? Have you been able to use your special talent to earn some extra? It's Christmas morning, you know. Christmas morning, they're upon we. And I know Guyanese don't have a good Christmas morning unless they get to spend the book sometimes. So, what y'all looking for the Christmas? Remember, Club Twilight is available. The venue is available for rental. If you got a Christmas party, you could come check it out. If you're planning to keep your Christmas party at your own venue, remember we have furniture to rent and so on, party stuff to rent, cooler, and we selling ice and all them kind of things. So we gotta connect, right? And if you're coming home, and you need a car to take you around the place or a car to drive or rental, so you could connect with us. Let us link you to Peppy Links, right? Because Peppy Links got some good vehicles, man. If you need an airport pickup with a car or a minibus, you could link me up to. We got the links. We could link you to everything. Cams TV is your one-stop shop for stuff. Good. You need advice as to where and how and so on and so forth. You can hit us up, man. We're here to serve the community. We are here to serve the community, and we hope that, you know, in return, the community will remember to support us and to keep us in existence and so on and so forth. Because they say to whom much is given, much is expected. But a whole lot of people like to get a lot, but they don't like giving. Good. And if you keep pouring out, eventually you become empty and you have nothing to pour out. So sometimes you have to step back and say, wait. This is about me. Sometimes I got to pour back in. Because if I don't pour back in, then I wouldn't have anything to pour out. Good. And so you have to engage in self-care every now and again. Self-care every now and again. I tell you, I personally am at a point where I know I need some self-care. But when I look at the projects and I look at the things before me, I say, you know, no, this is not the time. You can't do it now. But hey, it's burdensome. It is really burdensome. But we're gonna get there, and I encourage you to stay the course, and you will get there too. We all will get there, some ahead of others, some together, and some even after others. I remember, you know, I always have to reflect on so much taught to me by Brother you see. There's it might be a case where he's saying, Kwenda pole, right? Go slowly. And then there is an English, well, not English, but Guyanese, which says, Wunaga foot go before. It means that if you have an impediment to speed, let's say you can't walk quickly, you can't run, you are a bit on the slow side, maybe because of age and so on, go before. You have a time set for an event. You have to factor in your ability to move to get to that event on time, right? And so if you know you're not a speedster and you're not capable of speed, and it will take you 4 hours to get to that event, then you have to factor in 4 hours to get to that event. So the event might be 11 o'clock. Others might be leaving home at 10:30 and 10 o'clock and 9:30 and so on. But you know it will take you 4 hours because of your rate of pace. Then you have to leave by 7 o'clock, 6:45 from where I stand. Right? That is good old people wisdom, if I can call it that.
Unaga put go before. You know that you are not at the head of the class. Burn the candle at both ends so that you can stay in the race. Do not give up. Giving up is not an option. Please do not give up. Don't give up. Things will work themselves out. Right? That's my encouragement to you this morning. I mean, there are a lot of negatives happening in the society. A lot of pressure is being brought to bear on the Guyanese citizens. And I know a lot of you can be despondent. A lot of you are stressed. A lot of you are anxious. But the reality is, you got to be strong for yourself first and foremost. And then you got to be strong for those that you lend strength to. Your children, your family, your extended family, your co-workers. You got to be strong for all of them. So this is not a time to give up. It's not a time to give up. A lot of persons have been hitting me up over the weekend and complaining about one issue to the other to the next. From one issue to the other to the next. We want to talk about some of those issues this morning. Two things in particular I know I want to talk about. I want us to talk about the impact of Chinese operated supermarkets in our communities. That is becoming a really, really sore point of this course. It's really, really affecting people's lives and livelihood. And so I want us to talk about the impact of those Chinese operated supermarkets and even cook shops and other forms of businesses in our communities. And I also want to talk about the digital ID, right? The digital ID. The digital ID. And even as I'm thinking about Chinese supermarkets and the impact in our communities, let me take time out to recognize the efforts of Adriana Thomas. Big up yourself, sis, Adriana Thomas. Adriana has just won an important victory in the courts of Ghana against the Environmental Protection Agency. Good. She's won an important victory, and that victory is in regard to the oil-related waste disposal facility that they wanted to site in one of our well-populated communities. And, you know, the EPA in all of its nonsense, basically granted permission for that, or intended to grant permission for that. And Adriana Thomas, along with others I rather suspect, proceeded and took that matter to court. And like I said, congratulations, because they came out victorious. Good. So it shows that, you know, community activism is still important. Community activism is still important. And therefore, it is important for us. It is important for us as citizens to recognize the importance of that and continue to play our part. Play our part, right? It might not appear as though people are hearing us, but sometimes when you least expect, you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you come to understand that your efforts were worth the while. Good. On October 28th, the Honorable Justice Nicola Peer gave her decision in the matter, and the matter which was filed in the High Court by Adriana Thomas as the plaintiff against the EPA. Good. In relation to the permit that was granted for the operation of the oil and gas waste treatment plant, the judge found that the EPA did not follow the law as stipulated in the EPA Act, which required that an EIA, that's an environmental impact assessment, be done, right, before the permit was granted. So that's a brief on the Orjana Thomas versus EPA matter in relation to the oil and gas waste management facility that they were working towards putting in the community there. So let us continue to be activists. Let us continue to recognize what's wrong or what the government and the agencies of state are doing in the society and continue to challenge it. One of the things I want to take, or lessons I want to take from that issue there, is that while we say the courts are compromised, while we say that representatives and officers of the courts are compromised by the PPP, civil society, business people, etc., there still are a few people on the bench that respect the law and take seriously their responsibility for upholding the laws of this country. And so I want us to recognize that. And I want to remind you that regardless of how difficult you think it is with getting the courts to rule on certain issues, you must make the necessary efforts. Put it on the record. Let it be shown that as a citizen, as an activist, you sought the intervention of the court to correct what you perceive to be a wrong in the society, and let them be the one to drop the ball. Right? So keep that in mind. As is usual, like I said, for the next many mornings, I'm not going to be just focusing on that which is not pleasant, but I will also try to keep some pleasantries in our program. And I choose music to get that. Darling, I love you. And as I say that and I smile, let me say to y'all this. Y'all don't come in my inbox or even on this social media chat to ask me if I found a new love and like I know in love and I know 16 and so on and so forth. I have a heart full of love. You think I could be finding no new love and so on and so forth. If you're asking if I find a new woman, as in Guyanese like to use, I would say cool word. No. I ain't even looking. I did good. Right? Good. Something I was about to say that slipped me. But yes, I did good. Y'all don't harass me. I enjoy my music. Right? If music be the food of love, plan. And I turn to music. I always turn to music when I think I need to, cast my eyes somewhere else as away from all the nastiness that's happening in the society. So y'all enjoy the musical journey with me. I know these are some old classics. A lot of people ask me, sometimes do you find your music different? I tell you, I used to collect vinyl records when I was still in secondary school. Right? So is that now is that now?
Darling, I love you. You don't know how I love you. I'll be back in the morning, 'cause I need you by my side. Darling, I love you. You don't know how I love you. It's crazy, but so real that I'm in love with you. Day by day, I can say that I'll have you just for me, and I don't care that everywhere I'll be safe. Darling, I love you. You don't know how I love you. I'll be back in the morning, 'cause I need you by my side. Darling, I love you. It's crazy, but so real that I'm in love with you. If you try to be mine, although I know it ain't right, but let me try to be with you every night. Darling, I love you. You don't know I love you.
Jewel, oh Jewel, life's not the same anymore.
Let me interrupt the song here, the music here, to belatedly wish my eldest sister, Desiree, happy birthday. Desiree and Maureen, my second mother, Maureen, celebrated birthdays earlier this week. Well, earlier this week or late last week? Late last week. They were born on the 7th and 8th of November. Yes, the 7th and 8th of November, a few years apart. So my mother, of course, my mother would have had, as I would say, double joy when it comes around to November month. My sisters celebrate their birthday, the 7th and 8th of November. Desiree and Maureen, respectively. And so, happy birthday, sis, or sisters. Happy birthday. I wish you long life. I wish you good health. I wish you all that you wish yourself. Right? Both of you are considered, what should I say, elders now? You're definitely elders to me. And so, do have a pleasant rest of the day, rest of the week, rest of the years. Take good care of yourself. And let's see, life is such a funny thing. When just thinking about the two of you, born a day apart and yet one picnic each, both boys. I'll have a good day. And later down in November is my daughter's birthday. The child that I usually ask, what should I say? You're my only daughter or my eldest daughter? And she always takes the opportunity to say, I'm your only daughter. So you tell them that you're my only daughter. I guess my only daughter's birthday is going to be sometime later in this month. As is usual, I don't make too much fuss about things, especially when it comes to individuals. I allow them to make their choices and, see how best I can support them. So that's about that. Back to Julie, and then we'll continue to talk about the social issues.
There's not a thing that's worth living for now that you've gone away. Julie, why couldn't you have stayed? I remember the days that we spent.
Should I be what should I say? Should I be troublesome and say perhaps this song, Julie, should be dedicated to the members of WIN? Because Azudin is going to court today, as you know. Based on the last time he was arrested with all of the publicity, Azudin and Nazar Mohammed are taken before Julie Lakshman, I think. they were granted bail and set to return to court today, the 10th. And so you can expect the Mohammeds to be in court today. I don't know what circus will be taking place around the court today, but definitely the Mohammeds are expected to be in court today. And I think about that, I also think about the fact that GRA dropped their case against the Mohammeds late last week or mid last week. And everybody is wondering why. A lot of people are saying because they ain't got no evidence and so on. But y'all got to understand some things. A case for extradition cannot proceed or be concluded if there's another case against the same person in the local courts. Any matter in the local court against that individual or individuals take precedence over an extradition request. Good. So in short, the Guyanese authority, the Guyanese law, the fulfillment of the requirements of the Guyanese law, let me say that, is most important in this instance or in any instance of extradition. Not until that person, let's say in the GRA matter, the Mohammeds were to be convicted of a crime. And there's this extradition request. Naturally, they cannot be extradited or should not be extradited until they have completed serving their time in the local court. So the matter for which they were convicted. And so that fall must have come to the realization that, hey, while we're rushing this man to court to deal with this extradition request, the local matters here that will be an impediment to him being extradited. I don't know if it's Deadfall realized it or the Queen's Council that they're spending a lot of money on, or somebody smarter than Deadfall pointed it out. And so they made that move to drop the charge. GRA made that move to drop the charge. Right? And so the possibility is Azudin goes to court today and the determination of the evidence, examination of the evidence for extradition will naturally be heard, I would think. I don't know how long it will take to be heard and to get to a logical conclusion and so on. But at the end of the day, as somebody said, they don't know many or any who have ever beaten a U.S. mail fraud indictment. Yes. So at the end of the day, if one were to look at that record, it is possible that Azudin or Nazar or Azudin and Nazar will eventually be extradited. But I think looking at the processes, it is going to take quite a while. Unless, of course, the government of Guyana intends to use its weight to force the authorities to railroad the Mohammeds. But this is Guyana. Nothing will surprise me. Let's listen to Julie to its end.
Together, happiness, knowing no bounds. At the time we had pledged it would last forever. From this cloud there was just no way down. But it seems that it all had to end. And I'm left here alone, not a friend, no one to cheer me and no one to say Julie will surely come back someday.
Julie will surely come back someday.
Julie, darling Julie, how come you're not thinking of me? How come you don't care to recall how it was, how we swore that it always would be? Julie, Julie, why don't you come back to me? I remember the days that we spent together, happiness knowing no bounds. At the time we had pledged it would last forever. From this cloud there was just no way down. But it seems that it all had to end, and I'm left here alone, not a friend, no one to cheer me and no one to say Julie will surely come back someday. Yes, it seems that it all had to end, and I'm left here alone, not a friend,
No one to cheer me and no one to say
Julie will surely come back someday. Julie's coming back to me someday.
Julie will certainly come back someday. Julie will certainly come back someday. So the reality is, even if the Mohammeds are extradited, they will come back someday. God forbid. We had the MP, and so again, it's not the first time. If you were to look at it, an MP from Guyana will find or possibly find himself in the clutches of the U.S. law, right? You had MP, what was his name? From Linden. Y'all help me. Jordan, you're on the live. I see you mentioning that Hammy was 91 yesterday. Congratulations on another milestone. State Elder, Hamilton Green. And I don't know how to say this one, Mr. Jordan, but congratulations on your mother's birth anniversary, and may her soul rest in peace. I know moments like these bring us memories and pain at the same time, good and bad memories. So strength to you, my brother, strength. Right? What was this guy named from Linden? Wasn't Bino? Was he Bino? I know Bino was the man that was in court with Mark Ben Sharp, right? But PNC member, former parliamentarian thing, eventually found himself caught up in the law, and I think he was arrested in Trinidad. I think so, and think to the US, where he eventually died in prison, charged with terrorism. Right? Kadir, yes, Kadir. That's his Muslim name. And since you mentioned his Muslim name, I am tempted to say that I think he's a Buxton. He has Buxtonian connection. I'm trying to remember who his Buxtonian connections are. Keto, the Ketos, I think, were his relatives. Yeah, Kadir, right? That's his Muslim name. So Kadir was a member of parliament, or former member of parliament, and found himself, I would say, in the crosshairs of the US. Arrested with a Trinidadian, I think, and eventually died in US custody, right? Eventually died in US custody. And so when I said eventually the Mohammeds will come home like Julie will come home. I am hoping and praying that, yes, they will come home and nobody will die in the U.S. custody. Roger Ken was taken by the U.S. authorities out of, yes, Seafood. Thank you very much, Linda Mingo. We got people who know the connections. Yes, he was a Seafood. Yes, and the Seafoods abound in Buxton, right? Milwaukee Seafood, Friendship Seafood, I think Buxton Front Seafood. So yeah, the Seafoods abound in Buxton. Right. Roger Can was the word rendition, I think was rendition. When the Surinamese authorities sent him out of the country, sent him packing, but instead of sending him over the quarantine crossing, the backtrack crossing, like we normally say, they chose to send him through Trinidad, knowing very well that he was going to be collected by agents of the US there. And so he was collected and he was taken to the US to face his day of judgment. He spent his time for a couple years and came back here living free as a bird. You hear me? Come back here living free as a bird. Because the local authorities had nothing on him. Or so it would appear, nothing on him. So, you know, sometimes, I mean, I like to tell you, I think outside the box all the time. Sometimes it might be a blessing in disguise. Might be a blessing in disguise. Shell and Nazar, Nazar and Azudin are accused by the US of certain crimes and criminal activities and so on. What is the maximum penalty? One has to weigh these things. What is the maximum penalty? What's the maximum cost? What's the worst that can happen if we answer to these charges? How much freedom comes thereafter? Because assuming that Azudin has a genuine interest in politics, how will this indictment affect his political career? What does the law of GUYANESE say about someone who has been convicted, whether locally or internationally, with regard to running for political office? What does the law say? I don't know. Mr. Jordan again is on the program. These are elders I gotta look up to. Them might got some answers and experience that they could share with us. Right? Is it possible that one who has been convicted of a crime in a foreign land could run for political office locally? Right? I know if you've been charged with criminal activities locally, you can become the president in this country. 19 fraud charges against Irfan Ali is president today. Good. So take heart, win supporters and so on. Even if the Mohammeds get extradited, Julie will eventually come home. Right? Julie will eventually come home. And so let's talk about the Chinese. And I want to share a Starbucks News article with you that says family-owned store on Stone Avenue may close because of Chinese-owned supermarket. A small family-run grocery store is now facing the painful reality of possibly shuttering its doors for good following the establishment of a Chinese-owned supermarket just a short distance away. In an interview with the owners, an elderly couple who asked to remain unnamed, they shared that their humble shop has been serving the community for the past 4 years. The couple explained that after entering retirement, they decided to open the small business as a way to stay active and maintain a source of income. However, their sense of purpose and stability has been shaken over the past 2 years since a Chinese supermarket opened along Stone Avenue. They said from that moment, the largest supermarket began operating. Customer traffic at their store began to decline sharply despite the efforts to keep prices low and maintain personal connections with longtime patrons. Quote, "We're not against anyone running a business," end quote. The shop owners emphasize. Open quote, but it feels unfair to have such a large establishment right next to us. It's made things very difficult, end of quote. The couple noted that their once steady income has dwindled to the point where they are struggling to cover expenses. Shelves that once needed restocking every few days now remain full for weeks. They expressed sadness that their loyal customers, many of whom have become like family over the years, are now drawn to the convenience and variety offered by the newer, larger supermarket. While acknowledging the right of anyone to open and operate a business, the couple questioned whether enough consideration is given to the impact such ventures have on small, locally owned establishments and have long served their communities. Quote, we've always tried to give good service and fair prices, end quote. The husband said quietly. But when someone opens up something that big just across the road, we simply can't compete, end quote. The wife added, quote, we can close up store now, all, and go home. We are only making rent and electricity here, end quote. Georgetown Mayor Alfred Mentor told the Sunday Starbuck that the Chinese supermarket had obtained all the necessary approvals to home shop in the area. He added that the only way in which the matter can be resolved is at the central government level, where they would have to grant certain provisions. Quote, the government will have to come up with national policies and land use policies, along with commercial policies to determine if the supermarket has to move or not, end quote. He noted that as far as he is aware, the supermarket is operating in a commercial zone. Right? ICIG of front parts is now referring to me as Mr. Radio. I don't know what that is. If there's a big up or a throwdown. But whatever it is. This is my take on, because I see a lot of people are arguing that the Chinese should not be allowed to open supermarkets in communities. I quite frankly am of the opinion that residents of a community should give every outsider a difficult time to get into their community, to open businesses. Residents in any community should be so patriotic to their community, so defensive of their community, that they do everything possible to maintain and strengthen their local economy with the businesses that are directly connected to the community. Right? Understand what I'm saying? So for me, Buxtonians are supposed to be like the Buxtonians of old. We circle the wagon when we see outsiders attempting to get in. As a student of economics, I recall being taught about oligopoly and monopoly and so on and so forth, and predatory pricing and stuff like that when it comes to basically fighting for market share. And I remember, I don't know how many of you remember that there was a big national case, I think, a case that went to the courts between Digicel and GT&T. I think that case went to court, but I remember there were serious confrontations in the public on the pricing policies of Digicel at the time, because they were pricing GT&T. They were going low for pricing and so on. And the argument that was made in that court case, if it went to court, or consumers affairs, utilities, public utilities and things, the argument was that this company was engaging in predatory pricing. And through its predatory pricing, what it was hoping to do is to steal the customers of the other companies, to the extent that the other companies will, in this instance, really be making operating expense and not profitable, might eventually shut shop. And once the opponent shut shop, then the predatory pricer changes prices, because as an operator, that business now becomes like a monopoly. Is the only one in the area to provide its services. And why am I giving you this lesson in economics, or this what I think is a lesson in economics? Because I want us to understand what we're dealing with in terms of the Chinese supermarkets. You ask a lot of people who pay attention to how their money is spent, and they will tell you that when a Chinese supermarket comes into an area, the prices are usually low. The prices are way more than competitive with what exists in the communities. But gradually those prices increase. And they increase to some extent that they become more than what people you were paying prior to them coming. Well, a lot of people just got this idea in their head that Chinese are cheap. And so they start to buy cheap. But then the prices are gradually increased, and then they don't pay attention enough to recognize that these prices are higher than what I will pay if I go to a local shop or a provider that is not necessarily Chinese. A lot of us don't pay attention to that. So one can argue that the squeeze that many of our local mom and pop stores and so on in the communities are feeling from the Chinese is because the Chinese are pricing them out, predatory pricing. Prices that will take away the customers. And when they take away the customers and they satisfy that they got the customers hooked, then they increase their prices. Because by that time, these mom and pop stores would have already been shuttered because they can't compete. They can't compete. And the same way, these Chinese stores are having that impact on local mom and pop stores and so on. In terms of goods and services, let me say that. The same way they're having an impact on rentals, landlord tenancy, rentals. Because you can get, even if you had an interest in establishing a business, you can't get no darn facility to rent in your neighborhood. You can't get no facility to rent in your neighborhood because you can't match the offer of rental from the Chinese. And the going price now is $1 million a month. That's what a lot of people are claiming. I don't know if the claim is accurate or not. $1 million a month to lease a land for the Chinese to construct and operate. The average citizen, at least in these communities, the first consideration is, why gotta be selling to make $1 million a month, boss? How much $100 million I gotta invest in merchandise and sell to pay rent alone of $1 million a month? And so that is creating its own upheaval in the communities, let me call it that. And when you look around Buxton, I like to focus on Buxton because I live here and I know here. It's really, really disheartening when you're seeing the intrusion, if I can call it that, of Chinese businesses in the community. Just like this person was speaking to the Starbucks News is saying that they've served the community and they've tried to keep their prices low and be respectful to their customers and develop good relationship and so on. I can tell you that there are lots of businesses in the Buxtonian community that did the same thing. But at the end of the day, they are on the threat. They are on the threat. And the people to save them, like it or not, have to be the residents in the Buxtonian community like any other community. We have to be aware. We have to understand that the Chinese, for example, don't spend back anything in the community. We have to understand that I like to say, holler for fire and you're going to see who your neighbor is. Because it's those very people in the community who will have to run to your rescue. And so we have to do everything as a people to ensure that our little enterprising residents and so on survive. You have to ensure that they stay in business. They might be charging us $1 more or $2 because of their disadvantaged state in terms of acquisition of the commodity. But let us look on the long run in terms of having a connection to the community, being able to give back to the community, etc. What impact will we have, or what impact will they have if they stay in business as against being out of business? We can't look to the government to keep the Chinese out of our communities, because the government, quite frankly, cannot keep the Chinese out of our communities, or anybody as a matter of fact, because Guyana is a free market economy. What does a free market economy mean? And in the same breath, let me say that is why, while a lot of people call for price control on this and price control on that, the government doesn't vumps on them, as we like to say. It's not that the government perhaps wouldn't like to have price control, but the government has no authority to control prices. Again, Mr. Jordan, as a senior, could tell us if I'm wrong or right. But as a free market economy, entry and exit is free. You gotta be able to fight your way in, and you got the right to choose when you want to go out. It is demand and supply which determines the prices. And so if there ain't got no demand for your stuff, it means the supply is high and your price is gonna be low. But if there's a high demand for your stuff, then the supply might be low and your prices could be high. In short, consumers determine by their dollar, by their spending power, by how they use that money, which businesses survive and which don't. I am putting it as simple as that. If you were to circle the wagons in your communities, I would even say for 1 year, and the Chinese realize that there's nothing there for them, they self going to pack shop, going to shut shop and move on. But there's no loyalty in our communities. Nobody's loyal to anything anymore. So the landowners who are leasing these lands or renting these properties, whatever, to the Chinese, are catering for self. Hey, I could make it. I could rise off of this here, but I could make it rich. Yes, that's a fact. But at what cost to your community? At what cost to your neighbors? At what cost to your relationships? When I watch a Chinese, somebody renting their property to a Chinese restaurant right next to a long existing, I would say perhaps established Creole restaurant, Creole cook shop, Creole snack it, whatever you want to call it, in the village, I said they ain't got no neighborly relations in this place anymore. It's yeah, you, yeah, me, doggy, dog. I want me money, I don't care how you survive. I mean, people might call me small-minded to think that. or to think that my neighbor is supposed to be considerate of what I am doing when they decide to lease the property to somebody else. But that is what I know good neighborly relations should allow you to do. Be considerate. Good community relations should allow you to be considerate. Because when our community businesses are closed, remember, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of big businesses in the village that employ people, but even the small businesses that we have in the village, they provide income and some amount of employment for residents of the community. I know, for example, Camille Parlor and Biryani, if that's the right name, Simba Shop, as we call it, in Buxton Line Top. They employ at least, I would think, 3 young men on a daily. One might be considered a handyman or porter or whatever, who would assist customers to move things in and out. Another one attends to the counter, etc. So they employ at least, provide employment for at least 2 or 3 young persons in the community. And that is what is seen. I don't know if there is any operation, I would say, out of the eyes of the public. Because sometimes by virtue of the fact that the family has to be operating this business, maybe they employ a maid at home, but they're providing some level of employment in the community. I know for a fact it's a family that you can turn to for assistance in the community when you have anything community related. All the schools when they got graduation, a letter must go by Simba and Camille. Sports club when they got certain events, a letter must go. Even promoters, a letter must go, and so on. So you know that these people are giving back to the community. Of course, they have family members that they have to provide for also. When the Chinese supermarket comes and it impacts a business such as the one I'm mentioning, then the possibility is they will get to a point where they can't provide employment anymore. Those 3 or 4 young men will now have to be looking for it somewhere else. Their family will be affected because of the cut in income, etc. While the Chinese is smiling every day, going out to the community with your bags of money. Those are the things I want us to be aware of. Let me call it small things I want to talk to us about every now and again. But a lot of us only see a big payday for us as individuals. But what is the long-term impact on the community and even the survival of the residents of that community? Indirectly, these shops and so on might not be providing employment, but indirectly they provide economic opportunities. For example, those who are farming in the backlands. They might have a produce that they can take to these community shops and wholesale so that they can in turn retail. So we have to start to see these relationships. I tell you quite frankly, I don't know if there's any supplier, any Buxtonian supplier of anything to any of the Chinese supermarkets that operate in these environments. I doubt it though. Right? We have to be aware. We have to make our people aware. We have to help them to understand the importance of, as I am saying, circling the wagon around our businesses so that, you know, we can continue to support them and ensure their survival. Mom and pop store shop, wherever you call it, in Stone Avenue soon to disappear, as the Chinese went and they opened right opposite the family. And the people that relied on this very small business and were provided a service through this very small business for at least 4 years, have literally turned their backs on them. Very good family relations, very good community relations there. As I was, how long you know them 10 years against you know them people that are operating their mom and pop store? How many times have those people held your hand or your child's hand and caused them over the road or give them an encouraging word? Or by their mere presence in the community, function as a role model for your children? Right? So we can't sit back and wait on government to address that. Government got to change the whole slew of laws to prevent that from happening in our communities. But we can take our own actions to prevent that happening.
Which way you going, Billy? Can I go too? Which way you going, Billy? Can I go with you? I really love you, Billy, and all this time I thought you loved me, Billy, and you were mine. I'm gonna miss you, Billy, and no, I'm trying. I'm hurting so bad, Billy, I can't help crying. You are my home, babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I'd have nothing to show, babe, if you should go away. You are my home, babe, my heart and my soul. I have nothing to show, babe, if you should go. Which way you going, Billy? Or need I ask? 'Cause you don't want me, Billy, you're free at last. Billy, for all my life, I'll always love you, Billy. I'll stay your wife. You are my home, babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I'd have nothing to show, babe, should go away. You are my home, babe, my heart and my soul, babe. I'd have nothing to show, babe, if you should go. You are my home, babe, my heart and my soul. I'd have nothing to show, babe, if you should go.
Well, I see Mr. Jordan is saying there ain't nothing free about this economy or this market. Yeah, Marianne Hamilton, that is why you're at the right place. You haven't heard this song in decades, so we are taking you way back, down memory lanes and so on. Mr. Jordan says there's nothing free about the markets in Ghana. The government can step to suggest prices or outrightly control the price that can be charged. For example, minibus fares. The Chinese operate uninhibited because of a laid-back approach by the government. Nowhere else in the world would any foreigner get unbridled access to the domestic market in any and all sectors. After all, when it suits the government, they can pass local content laws in the oil and gas sector. What about the other critical sectors? So Mr. Jordan is saying, I got nothing free about this free market. This government still exerts some amount of control and can exert some amount of control. So it comes to the willingness or absence thereof. Why is the Guyanese government unwilling to exert control over the establishment of Chinese supermarkets, foreign-owned businesses, and so on, left, right, and center in this country? Why? Is it because the governments of these foreign nationals have a hold on the government of Guyana? Or is it that many within the government of Guyana have interest in these businesses? When I say interest, not just wanting to know about them, but interest as in investments in them. Right? As that crossed my mind, it also came to my mind that up until now, we don't know, at least I don't know, who the owner of that mobile gas station on Regent Street is. I'm hearing, it is whispered that the gas station is owned by a member of the PPP, a minister of the PPP that is female. Right? You hear me? A female minister of government, it is whispered, owns the Shell gas station. I mean, the mobile gas station that was bombed a few weeks ago. Is that so? I want to know, if it is so, how long this female minister owned the outlet. Is it before or during her becoming a minister of government? Where did the resources come from for the acquisition? I want to know those things. And those are things that the Guyanese media personnel should be asking. Not give us some bland piece of news that, these people went to court and so on and so forth. For example, what is the motive behind bombing the gas station? By now, these people have been in custody so long, they've been charged and placed before the court and so on, but we don't know what is the motive. Why did they choose to bomb that particular gas station? I wish the local media would go after that kind of information. You have a right to know. And last on that matter, which came up as an aside, what happened to the last person they arrested with the big bags on Vicinian Road? We haven't heard anything since the publication that this arrest was made. What did they find? What have they learned? Where is this individual now? Was he really a threat? We want to know these things. The citizens have a right to know these things. The lines are open. 6225933 is the number to call. We have 16 minutes to go. I realize I took so much of your time, but the lines are opened. That is why I'm hosting. I'm the host of this program. Yes, let's talk about that. And quickly on the EID, let me share this letter or this note, this memo, whatever, which is being sent to government employees right now, public servants. Good day, colleagues. The government of Guyana will commence the registration exercise for the Guyana Digital Identity Card beginning Monday, November 10th, that is today, 2025, through the Office of the Prime Minister. This process will commence at varying ministries. A schedule will be sent to all staff on the dates and times when registration will take place for the departments and so on. And these are the documents you're expected to provide. Your national birth certificate or overseas registration of birth, your GCOM ID card or passport, your proof of address. You can use a driver's license, utility bill, bank statement, or some stamped envelope sent to you through the mail. Additionally, you can support additional supporting documents: your marriage certificate, your certificate of naturalization, certificate of adoption, deed poll if you have changed your name, and decree absolute if you have divorced. It will also be helpful to bring speed to the process if you were to provide the full names, dates and places of both of your parents' birth, full names, dates and places of birth of your spouse, if applicable. We just came out of an election where we are pushing for biometrics and so on and so forth, capturing the biometric information of voters, electronically. And they were insistent that it can be done. But here we are, just a few mornings after the election, we're talking about an electronic ID, which naturally you'll have to capture the biometrics electronically. So in short, I am thinking that, or many people will be thinking that, the introduction of the EID could kill many birds with one stone. We are eventually going to get the biometrics for voter verification. But if I know the PPP, they will tell you that the biometric is just to be used for the voter, for the EID and not verification of voters. Right? So while it's a positive, or it could be a positive in that light, I am anticipating that Guyanese will not benefit. The population will not benefit from the full use of the biometric that will be captured for this EID card. Why not, or why an EID card? First and foremost, the presidency is encouraging every Guyanese citizen to have a bank account. Why would your government want every citizen to have a bank account, if not to mind the business and to control you and to monitor you? Why? What information would be on this EID card? And how the failure to not get an EID card would affect the provision of services to you from the government? How much of your freedom would you be giving up by the acquisition of this EID card, which allows the government to track you? Those are some of the questions I just want to throw there this morning. Those who know. Those who don't know might get to know. And those who can help us to understand should very well help us to understand. Because I remember Jack Dio, the Barlet Tyrant, some time ago, saying that the EID card would allow government to track people in terms of even their nationality and so on, and those who are not, or those who are flagged could be arrested and deported. It means that the movement of every citizen, every human being, every body on the shores of this country will be monitored. I don't know how many of you are aware of that thing which they call what do you call it? When you take a photo and the camera can recognize you based on I'm getting slow. This morning it was slow for me. But I remember when you talk about what was happening between Israel and Gaza and so on and so forth, or the Israelis and the Palestinians, once you pass through an Israeli checkpoint, they had software, things like Pegasus, that quickly could have scanned you and used the facial recognition software to identify you, whether you were in the system or not. And if you weren't in the system, then they added you to the system. And so how will the introduction of this digital ID curtail the freedom of Guyanese? How? How free will we be as a people then to even transact the most basic of businesses, to even enjoy the most basic of freedoms? What gives the government the right to introduce this EID without consulting the citizens of this country? Yet we are prepared to sit and accept it. And it has started in the public service, and people are just going to go through the line because the supervisors say they got to get registered for this EID card. All they're going to do is get registered for this EID card. They ain't going to challenge it. They ain't going to question it. They ain't going to fight it. Nobody will even move to court on it. But is it right? Are we headed down the wrong road, or are we heading down the right road? 9 minutes to the 9 o'clock hour. You're still tuned to the Guyanese Morning Time. The lines are open if you would like to call and share on these issues. But you know what? Let's go to Blue Bayou. Maybe that's where you will find peace and tranquility.
I'm so lonesome all the time since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine, looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou.
Let's dedicate this one to Dolly Jones, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. Long life, Dolly. And any of you who have celebrated your birthday within the week or the month.
Those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Wanna see my baby again, wanna be with some of my friends. Maybe I'll feel better again on Blue Bayou. Saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine, looking forward to happy times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine on Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. side. Will I never be blue? My dreams come true. I'm blue by you.
Blue Bayou. How many of you have ever gone to Blue Bayou? How peaceful is it there? Remember, it's karaoke and all these night each and every Thursday night at Club Twilight. This Thursday is going to be special. We have some special people in the house. So come on down this Thursday and have a good time, have a blast. But relax with us, have some fun with us, you know, and chill a bit.
A wise man told me a story of a wise man who searched and searched for love, but somehow never found it at all. You're looking just like the wise man did. Keep looking. You have so much to give and so much more to lose if you don't. Keep looking, looking. She'll be the home when you're home. She'll be the promise when your road takes you. And if you stand all alone, she'll be the prayer that you keep on praying. You see me, but you don't really see. You need me to be here when you leave and be here when you come back again. She's waiting out there. You think she's waiting. Don't you have eyes to see? The girl who's waiting for you is me. She's waiting. She'll be the home when you're home. She'll be the promise when your road takes you. And if you stand all alone, she'll be the prayer that you keep on praying. She'll be the home when you're home. I will be. She'll be the promise when your road takes you. And if you stand all alone, I'll be there. She'll be the prayer that you keep on praying. She'll be the hope when you're home. I will be. She'll be the promise when your road takes you. And if you stand.
You see, sometimes I don't know if I'm too smart for my own good, but when I read the instructions sent to the public service offices, if I can call them that, about registering for the EID card, it never said that it's compulsory. Never said that it's compulsory. But like I say, we behave like sheep in this country. We behave like sheep being led to the slaughter. We don't ask questions. We don't resist anything. We just go with the flow. Because your supervisor said they're ready to register you, and these are the things you must bring. You're going to turn up with them. What about just paying a deaf ear to the supervisor? You know, as I sit here, I'll tell you guys, and you know, because if you've been following the program since then, you know that I've never taken a single COVID injection. Never taken a single COVID vaccine. I refuse from the time they introduce it to the time they stop talking about it. You know, when they were talking about getting registered for the cash grant, I refuse to register for the cash grant from the time they start talk to when they don't pay, if they don't pay at all. And this new EID card, I tell y'all, I ain't gonna be registering for it from the time they start talk about it until such time that it has to become absolutely necessary. And I don't know what will make that absolutely necessary for me. As a people, we have to take a stand. I see somebody is saying they understand that Azzuddin Mohammed's supporters, some win, will be out there in front of the courts protesting today. If that is the case, I wish and I hope it is the start of something bigger. Because if you ask me, there are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of other things that Guyanese should be protesting against. But they aren't doing that. And so if it takes Azzuddin Mohammed going before the courts to start a national protest, then so be it. But I hope it is sustained as a national protest. I hope it's not a case of people being hired for the day to protest. The irony of this life, the irony of this life. But it's a minute past 9, a minute after the 9 o'clock hour. I have to go. I didn't get any calls. Nobody called me this morning. It means nobody is either interested in what we're talking about or we're so pellucid this morning. As some people say, let me make it pellucidly clear. We made it pellucidly clear. Right? But what I hope is that people recognize these issues and zoom into them and pay more attention to them. And, you know, yeah, try. That's all I want to say. The first person to send me a song request, I'll play it on closing the program. If it comes before I select the next song, then, you know, that is what it will be. Give me all time. That's my selection there. Let me see if you've sent me any of yours. No, I ain't seen none yet. So we go with mine. Oladoy. Altia Jones say, what? Double Double? Is that a song? I don't even know that song. Where's the song, yo? Double Double. Let me see if I find Double Double for you. Let's play mine while we look for yours.
That you say used to be so close to you. It's just that I'm so afraid.
Now what I'm saying here is Double Double is an artist. Is that what I'm saying? Double Double is an artist. Just Nathan Fraser change is a good thing, you know. The only thing constant is change. If you are not adaptable, you're gonna go under, you're gonna disappear, you're gonna dead, you're gonna become extinct. You gotta be adaptable. Right, and so I chose to adapt because I can't go on with the politics alone for the next 5 years. I'm being very honest with you. I can't do that. If I gotta do that, I just pack my chops and go somewhere and relax. I can't do politics alone for the next 5 years. I have to mix it. Variety is the spice of life. And I'm sure you viewers can tell me whether or not you appreciate this format of the program. This is what we call a kind of magazine program, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. I think it meets the needs of a wider cross section, and it also is not too burdensome with all of the negative that's happening in Guyana, Guyana's politics. No, it's not a song request program. I was just giving you the opportunity to interact, to say, well, you know, I get the opportunity to choose one song on my closing. But let's go. Don't be angry.
Someone might steal you away little man. But now things have changed. I'm not the same. And now I find I want you all to myself. Don't want to share you with nobody else. You must forgive me for the way I act sometimes. I'm a jealous cat. If you only knew how much it hurt to hear you say how you can't forget that before we met, those were the good old days. Why must you hurt me so? I can't take it no more, and I really try. And I can't help myself, the way I act sometimes. I'm a jealous cat.
Hello. Good morning.
Don't be angry if I seem rude each time you meet someone that you once knew, that you say used to be so close to you. It's just that I'm so afraid someone might steal you away. I'd lose my mind. And I can't help myself, the way I feel sometimes. I'm a jealous cat.
Okay, I'm a man of my words. And so the first song I saw requested when I made the offer was We Are the World. And so we're going to close the program with We Are the World. And thank you to those people who've given me feedback. The last I received is from Dennis Champion. She said, I do appreciate the change to the program. I'd love the national song, but I'm sleeping too late now, said I can't catch it. That's my interpretation. I'm entitled to it. You can't stop me. Right, Dennis? So we'll go out with We Are the World. USA to Africa. How pertinent is this song still? How applicable is it still? Are we seeing the very things, well, I can't say repeating themselves, but continuing that we that made the song necessary? We Are the World. Let's go. You have a good day.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, and it's time to lend a hand. The greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone so somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make it brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
Well, send them your heart so they know that someone cares, and their lives will
Be stronger and free, as God has shown us, by turning stone to bread. And so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world. We are the children.
We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
Oh, there's a choice we're making. We're saving our lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
When you're down and out, and there seems no hope at all.
But if you just believe, there's nowhere we can fall.
Let's realize, oh, that a change can only come when we
Stand together as one. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. So we'll make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own life. It's true, we make a better